effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Now here's Chandler. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And it's Butler with the jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Chicago with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Brooks kicks to Gasol. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Gibson setting a pick for Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That doesn't go either for Butler.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Chicago leading by 5. And it's Gibson finishing it off. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint, that's for sure. His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the screen. Brooks kicks to Gasol. Rebound by the Nuggets. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And thus far, really not their year when you talk about free throw shooting. Only around a 70% clip on the season.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Heinrich and Rose, the guards. Dunleavy is out there with Mirotic, and it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. The Nuggets trail by 5.
And guys, Kirk Heinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career-low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Mirotic, the screen. Heinrich dishes to Mirotic. Heinrich passes to Noah. Down low, Dunleavy. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And it's Foy missing. The Bulls leading by 5. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now Rose. He's got 6. Passes to Dunleavy. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to Mirotic. Rose goes in. The shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
Mirotic, the screen to the paint. It's stolen by Moutier. And Foy with a clear path to the hoop. Tipped away. It's stolen by Rose. Heinrich kicks to Rose. That drops. Rose has got 8 points.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Moutier passed to Foy. Here's Nurkic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And Jusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
Heinrich dishes to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Down low, Nurkic with the steal. Gallinari against Heinrich. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Gallinari's got 8.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
Cuff the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Gallinari. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Dunleavy's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, boy.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Rose with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. Rose passes to Gasol. Back to Rose. 5 to shoot. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Rose kicks to Gasol. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Nuggets trail by 9. Now, here is Gallinari. 8 points for him. There's the triple. And it's Gallinari again missing.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior even in an off year.
And now the Nuggets, fast break. Gallinari running. Can't connect from short range.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And here's Moutier. To the middle. Here's Fareed. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Jimmy Butler comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Rose, he's checked in for Chicago.
Come on, Chicago.
The Bulls leading by 6. Getting back to Fareed, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, what, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Nelson kicks to Gallinari. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver. Barton dishes to Arthur. Here's Hickson, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And he gets it to go.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
To the inside, here's Gallinari. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gallinari's got 4 points this quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
They set the pick. Gasol a screen. Butler from outside. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 out of 12 now.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt.
Well, among the centers and power forwards of the NBA, these are the players with the softest touch around the bucket. Some terrific shooting percentages for the big man. Pau Gasol, number 1.
He is an unyielding presence in the low post. I mean, he gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get that great position down low. And when he does, boy, he is impossible to move.
Well, his adaptability is a terrific attribute to have. I mean, he plays his game based on the look the defense gives him. And he's prepared to try anything and do anything in order to get the high percentage shot that he wants.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.